What's going on, guys? It's Huds and welcome back to another banger video. Today I'm going to tell you guys the story of how a homeless man tried to fight me and my friends. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this day starts normally. I'm on my computer playing Minecraft. I'm bored as fuck, and all of a sudden I get a text from my friend. He's like, yo, come over to my house. And I'm like, bet. So I walk. It's a minute away because me and him live right next to each other. So I go to his house. I dap up all my friends, and we're just chilling there. We're playing Madden and other shit. And then one of my friends, he has the bright idea, and he says, "Hey, let's go fuck with the tin heads." And I know you're probably wondering, what the fuck is a tin head? So I'll explain to you. So in the area that I live, we have a river that has a little beach there, and we go down there. During the summers, there are a bunch of homeless people that live there. And these aren't like your typical, no, these are your typical homeless people. They're like crazed junkies. They sit there, they camp out, and they just make everything miserable for everybody. And they have these really big tents. So my friends came up with the idea to call them tin heads, kind of like tent and then heads. Everyone agrees because my friends have unfinished business with the tin heads. I was out on vacation in Morocco. We're walking at the night and ran into the tin heads because we have a little place where we make a bonfire. And apparently the tin head chased them with a fucking knife. So I'm thinking, okay, so these people are, one, they're drug-induced bastards. Two, they're crazy. And three, they might actually have weapons. On the outside, I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Look, come on, let's go. But in the inside, I'm like, damn, I don't want to do this shit. My first day back, I already got tackled by some random guy. I'll tell you guys that story if you guys want to. Just leave it down in the comments below if you guys want to hear it. But I got tackled by a random guy, and now I'm gonna go mess with a homeless guy that might have a knife and might try and kill me. So logically, I would say, fuck no, I'm not trying to die. But I'm not no fucking bitch, so I go to do it. So me and the fucking boys, we're walking over there, and then we get to the downhill that leads to the beach area, and we're sitting up there, we're making a plan. We're like, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We decided to go into like a triangle formation where we have the biggest and fastest people in front and the slowest people in the back. I'm a slow sack of monkey shit, so I go at the back. And that's when one of my boys tells me that he doesn't want to go back down there because he was there when the guy first chased him with the knife, and plus there was two girls that he was kind of talking to, so he wanted to stay back and hang out with them. So I guess he kind of left the boys to fucking rot. But I'm not gonna cuck him, so we went down by ourselves and left him to be with those two girls. Me and the rest of the boys go down there in our little triangle formation, and we start marching. We put on a fucking like war song, and we just kept marching to the beat until we got there at the campsite of where we saw one man sleeping. He was by himself. I don't know if the rest of his friends did not pull up yet, but he was by himself and he was sleeping. And we're like being quiet now because we're like, fuck, if we wake him up, we're kind of screwed. But we also wanted to mess with him, get back from what he did to us last time. We start yelling at him. We start calling his name. We're like saying, hey, over here. Hey, we're calling your name. Get out of our beach. Hey, hey, hey. Kind of being assholes. But then again, he was the guy that kind of chased a group of teens with a fucking knife. So I don't really feel bad. We also started shouting, "We're the Babadook," because apparently, from what I heard, they're very scared of that name. So whenever we say the Babadook, kind of like that movie, they get fucking mad. They get very angry and they go crazy. So after a good 5 minutes of yelling at him, he's still asleep. So we're like, yeah, this guy's not gonna wake up. So we decide to head back for a little while. But we also decided to play a prank on my friend that was staying up the hill, because he left us by ourselves. He was supposed to lead us, but he just left us to go talk to some hoes. But I digress. So we decided to play a prank on them by start sprinting at them saying, yo, he's got a knife, just pretending like we're getting chased. So I go up there, I'm like, yo, run, he's got a fucking knife. Yo, I think he got somebody. Yo, run. And I see them all run up that hill scared shitless, and I start laughing my ass off, and we laugh it off and shit. And then we're like, yo, you guys want to go back? And this time the girls, they had to leave. So he goes and drops those girls off, and we're waiting down for him. So we're like, yeah, we got him now. We got our leader. You know, we got the group leader. We got the group leader. So we can fucking take on this man. We're not going to let him get away for what we did to us. And we go, we wait for him. He comes back. We start marching into that hoe. And then we go near the campsite, moving slowly, very slowly, not to wake him up. And we're looking, and then all you can hear from the fucking shadows, he's wearing all black, but from the fucking shadows, you can hear a deep ass voice going, "You think it's funny to fuck up people's campsites?" And then we start fucking running. We start booking it. I turned around, booked it, bro. I'm a very slow guy, but I just fucking ran. Adrenaline, like my heart's beeping and shit, or bumping. Like I was like, okay, this guy must have something too, so I'm not gonna fuck with him either. I get up the hill. I look back. I see my boys running. One of my boys, I don't know why, he just stood there. Like, he didn't stand there, but he's like standing there and just yelling at the guy. Like, he's fucking like going into a screaming match with him. Not really screaming, but they're just arguing back and forth. He goes to him. He's like, "The fuck you gonna do? The fuck you gonna do?" Being all confrontational with him. And then the guy, we saw something shining in his hands. And of course, like, I'm thinking like, oh my God, it's a knife. But my friend also thinks the same thing. He just yells out, "Yo, he's got a knife. Back out, back out, back out." So we go up to the street where we can see a light. So we know that he's not going to come and fuck with us. So we know that we're like all set and like we have him in our eyes. So we go, we start yelling at him. We're like, "Fuck you gonna do, pussy? Yeah, fuck you, bitch." Like, we're going over there. We're just trying to egg him on so he can do something stupid. He runs back. He's like, "Come back and see what happens. Come back and see what happens." We're like, "All right, bet. All right, bet. We're doing that. We're doing that right now." So then he goes down. All of us are in the street now. Like, on top of the hill, all of us are on the street with the lights. We start talking. We're like, okay, so here's the plan. With two of my guys, they're circling around the block, looking for any place that he could hide so we don't get fucking jumped while we go down there to spin the block, because we're not letting him get away with that easy, bro. So like 5 minutes pass, and then a group of, like, not a group, one 8th grader that we know, like, he's like 3 grades younger than us, and we know him because his brother's a senior, and we know his brother. He pulls up, and this guy's like, he's just like a hard ass 8th grader, bro. He's like one of those fucking, I'm not gonna say hood because I don't live in that, like, our place isn't that hood, but you know, we got some kids like that. And he's like, he pulls up with his bike. He's like, "Fuck y'all doing?" And then we're like, "Yo, you better like go back, bro, because we got like, there's this homeless man. We're in too deep, bro. We got some beef going on." And he's like, "Fuck that, I'm coming with y'all." And then he calls over his friend, and he's like, his friend is even more hard-headed than him, because like his friend said that he's gonna stay and fight. So what came back, so we tried, like, the objective changed, like, new mission unlocked. We went from, okay, so we're gonna go over here and fuck with this homeless guy, to, okay, we're gonna go over here and fight this homeless guy. And you know, we're all talking about that. We're all going, we start heading down. We go down the hill, formation again, the 2 8th graders leading us. And right now I'm like, okay, so we got him mad. He might have a knife. He probably does have a knife, in fact, and I don't want to go down there, but we have to go down there because now these 8th graders are here, and we can't let them get hurt on our watch. Like, we're a bunch of high school kids letting 8th graders get hurt on our watch. That's not how we roll, bro. But I digress. So we start going, and then we meet up with that homeless guy. He's standing there menacingly, no SpongeBob fucking shit, bro. And he's like, "So you guys think it's funny?" He repeats the same line like an NPC, or practically a boss, because it's us v him. So he says the same line. He says, "So y'all think it's funny to go and mess up with our campsite?" We're like, "We didn't do shit to your campsite, pussy." And then he goes in there. We walk in closer, and we can see him holding 2 fucking cinder blocks, one in each hand, bro. And we're like, "Oh shit, run, run, run." And then we start going, we run up the hill, bro. And he doesn't chase us because he's holding 2 heavy cinder blocks, but he just starts walking up to us. And we got a group of like 10 kids versus this one guy. And he goes into the light. We can see his face. You can see him holding a cinder block, one in each hand, bro. And he starts hitting them together, like clanking them, like menacingly in the street. Some shit off of like Friday the 13th. And he's like, "If I see you guys in 15 minutes, my boys are coming." And we're like, "Fuck you, bitch." We start just screaming with him again. And he's like, "Come back in 15 minutes, you're gonna see what's happened." And sadly, or fortunately, depending how you think on it, we could not wait and see what was gonna happen in those 15 minutes? Cause we hear the boys, bro, and we start dipping it. We go back to my friend's house, we're chilling there, and then we're like, damn, we gotta spin the block one more time, bro. And then we're like, yeah, we didn't go that day, but I'm telling you guys, but there might be a part 2, because we got plans, bro, this weekend. We got plans that I cannot disclose to you, because the haters might sabotage me. Dr. Umar type of shit. I'll let you boys know what happens next, but that's the end of this story, bro. If you guys liked it, comment down below and tell me if you guys want to hear the story of how I got tackled by a grown-ass man the first day I got back from Morocco. My whole summer, I spent the summer in Africa and I get tackled by a grown-ass man. But yeah, tell me if you guys want to hear that. Follow my Twitter so I can stop getting ratioed. And if you guys want to hear my red pill based takes at Who's Hoods, follow my Twitch at Hoods with 2 Z's. And if you guys enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you guys want to. That being said, I've been Hoods, and remember, quit fucking up my campsite!